Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to present about my research project 2. The title is The Study of Growth Performance of Red Snapper under Different Tank Background Color. This slide was prepared by Farhan Aiman bin Razak with student ID 2023226474. The name of supervisor is Dr. Nur Syafiqah binti Idris. First, we take a look at the table of content. First is background of study, problem statement, research question, objective and significance of study. The second one is literature review, methodology, result and discussion, and conclusion. First is background of study. Aquaculture production in Malaysia is increasing due to declining capture fisheries. But red snapper is a high-value marine species with strong market demand. And growth performance of juvenile red snapper is influenced by environmental conditions. Tank background color may affect feeding efficiency, stress response, behavior and growth. Optimizing tank color can improve aquaculture productivity. For the problem statement, the first is growth and survival of juvenile red snapper remain inconsistent in culture system. Limited study have investigated the effect of tank background color on this species. The third one is most previous research focus on sea bass and giant trevally only. The last one is suitable tank color for red snapper culture is remain unclear. Next is research question. The first is, what is the effect of different tank background color on growth rate of red snapper? Second one is, how the tank with different background color do affect the mortality of red snapper? And does tank with different background color affect the behavior, feeding activity, stress response of red snapper? For the objective of this study, to determine the growth performance of red snapper under different tank color. Second is to examine the effect of tank color toward the mortality of the red snapper. And the last one is to analyze the behavior of red snapper in different tank color. The significance of study is divided by three. The first one is to researcher to provide baseline data on the effect of tank background color on the growth performance, behavior and survival of juvenile red snapper. To industry, it helps hatchery operators and aquaculture farmers identify the most suitable tank background color to improve growth performance and feed utilization. To society, it supports sustainable aquaculture practices to meet the increasing demand for seafood. Now we go for literature review. First is red snapper. For the findings, red snapper morphology influence feeding behavior, swimming performance and stress tolerance. The fusiform body shape enables efficient swimming and movement. Terminal mouth and strong jaws allow efficient feeding on formulaic diets, and environmental factors including tank color influence feed behavior and welfare. Next is recirculating aquaculture system. The finding, RAS provide a controlled, sustainable and efficient aquaculture environment. According to Martin et al., water is continuously filtered and recirculated to maintain temperature, DO, pH and ammonia. Next is effect of the tank background color. For the findings, according to Razak et al., 2023, tank background color affect visual contrast, feeding and swimming behavior. Poor color contrast increase stress and alter fish behavior, and high cortisol level caused by unsuitable tank color reduce appetite and growth. For the growth performance, the findings, according to Ma et al., 2023, visual perception affect feeding efficiency and growth performance. Li et al. Said that tank color significantly influence growth, feeding behavior and stress response. Juvenile red snapper are highly sensitive to environmental conditions, and appropriate tank color improve FCR and aquaculture productivity. For behavior and fish welfare, according to Ma et al., tank color influence swimming activity and stress response. The next one, suitable tank color promotes consistent feeding and natural behavior, said Li et al. Next is poor tank color may reduce feeding efficiency and increase mortality. And the last one is proper tank color improve fish welfare and productivity efficiency. For the knowledge gap, there's for the parameter FCR and growth, there's no study in juvenile rat snapper. For the behavior, there's a limited research on rat snapper mortality. The third one is culture performance. There's no research on tank color effect on rat snapper. And for the production, there's lack of experimental data on tank color in recirculating aquaculture system. Next, we go through the methodology. The first is experimental design, which is recirculating aquaculture system. The second one is material and system setup. Third is fish stocking. 4 is feeding and monitoring. 5 is data collection. And 6 is statistical analysis. Go through for the result. The first is average weight for tank A and tank B. Mean body weight for fish in tank A increased from 3.86 gram to 11.47 gram over the 8-week culture period. Mean body weight of fish in tank B increased from 3.88 to 11.87 gram. Body weight increased continuously in both treatment during the 8-week culture period. Fish reared in the colourful tank show a greater rate of weight gain from week 4 and onwards. Next is average length. Mean length for fish in tank A increased from 5.74 cm to 8.90 cm. Mean length for fish in tank B increased from 5.60 cm to 9.02 cm. Total length increased progressively in both treatment. Fish culture in colourful tank achieved slightly greater length than those in the black tank. For the result for growth performance, first we take a look at the tank A. The weight gain is 7.61 gram, length gain is 3.16 cm, SGR is 1.94 and FCR is 2.27. However, fish culture in the black tank show positive growth in efficient feed utilization throughout the study. Next is tank B. Weight gain is 8.04 gram. The length gain is 3.47 cm. Specific growth rate is 2.54% per day and FCR is 2.00. Fish culture in colourful tank achieve higher weight gain, length gain and growth rate than fish in the black tank. Next, the result for statistical analysis using two-factor ANOVA. For parameter weight and length, the p-value is 0.00C8 and 0.0087, which show the interpretation of significant value. Both weight and length show significant differences, which is p is under 0.05. Therefore, tank background color significantly affected the growth performance of juvenile rat snapper. Next is result for mortality and survival rate. First is tank A. The mortality rate is 0, but the survival rate is 100%. Tank B, mortality rate is 5% and survival rate is 95%. No disease outbreak was observed during the culture period, and this include that tank background color did not have a noticeable effect on fish survival. Next one is result on behavioral observation for swimming. Both tank record low swimming during activity during week 1 due to acclimation period. Fish in the colourful tank show a gradual increase in swimming activity from week 2 onwards. From week 5 to 8, tank B consistently achieve a higher swimming score, which is 5, indicating active exploration and normal swimming behavior. Fish in the black tank maintain a moderate swimming score 3 until the end of experiment. The colourful background may provide better visual stimulation, promoting higher swimming activity and improved adaptation to the culture environment. Next is feeding observation for tank A and tank B. Feeding response were low in both tanks during week 1 as fish adapted to the new environment. But fish in tank B show faster feeding response and reach the maximum feeding score, which is 5 from week 5 to 8. Fish in tank A show only moderate feeding activity, score 3 until the end of the experiment. Improved feeding behavior in tank B may indicate better feed detection and higher fish feeding efficiency. The higher feeding activity observed in tank B may have contributed to the slightly higher final weight and SDR recorded in this study. for the conclusion, all the three objectives were achieved. Tank background color significantly affected growth performance. High survivability rate with low mortality was recorded throughout the study, and the tank background color influenced feeding and swimming behavior. Overall, the colorful tank background was found to provide better growth performance and behavioral response, making it more suitable culture environment for juvenile red snapper in a recirculating aquaculture system. For the recommendation, I would like to increase the sample size and number of replicates for more reliable result, and evaluate additional tank background colors such as blue, green and white color. Then extend the culture period to assess long-term growth performance and behavior, and investigate other factors such as water quality and stress indicator that may influence fish growth. I think that's all from my presentation for my research project. Thank you. These are the references